Well, today I've got a smile on my face. I have lights. So let me just tell you that if you ever get stuck in or around Albury, give Budgies Auto Electrics a call, as in, yes, Budgies, not the smuggler type, just Budgies. And he's quite a large bloke. That's probably why they call him Budgie. At any rate, Budgie sorted me at least what we think is the problem, and I still have lights, having driven, I don't know, 100 Ks or so. And we seem to be still working, so I'm happy about that. Where am I? Well, the plan was to pop into Glenrowan and show you a bit around Ned Kelly's old stomping ground, but seemed like everybody else had that idea today. If I was going to park anywhere in Glenrowan, it would have been outside Glenrowan. So I thought, well, I'll keep moving on in my never-ending search for a very good corned beef and pickle sandwich. I looked for the cafes in the small towns with the fresh bread. Yum. And I found one. And I found it in this wonderful little town called not Glenrowan. I'll say it again. Violet Town. There you go. I'm in Violet Town. So I'm hanging around outside the this historic type building, and I'm thinking, oh, gee, I wonder what this building is. And I wander over to the front doors, built for giants. Oh, that's another thing. But look at this. This is the old National Bank of Australia. Yeah, what a surprise to find the NAB has deserted another country town. It reduced its operating hours to part-time in 1993 and closed in 2002. It's been privately owned ever since. It's now part of the Violet Town History Group. And it really is a beautiful, beautiful old building. Looks like there might be some heritage stuff on the inside. Might well find that it's being used for other things. There is the Violet Town Police Station. Here is the Violet Town Corner Store. This, for the most part, is the Violet Town Main Street. Over there, though, is the Violet Town Hotel. Now, yes, a countery for lunch, I was thinking, maybe. But I'm not much of an eater, believe it or not. Poke our head around here and go and stand in the middle of the road. I'm not much of an eater, so if I was going to have a big meal now, I wouldn't eat anything tonight. And that might make my hosts this evening a little upset. But there you go, that's the historic Violet Town Hotel on the main street. Little shop over there called Monkey Business. It's all about clothes. And Fong's Pharmacy. I'm not going to make a joke about a Chinese person running a pharmacy, because this is gold country, folks. Plenty of Chinese been here forever. And a lot of them were obviously bringing their Chinese medicine to those camps. So, yeah, very strong Chinese history around this area. And, of course, a very strong bush ranging heritage as well. Henry Williams was one of the bush rangers noted around here. And I guess the other thing that most people would, well, of a certain age would remember Violet Town for is the Southern Aurora train crash, which happened back in 1969. I think it was February 1969. And I think there were around 20 people at the time killed. There might have been a few more, quite a lot more injured, and more may have died after that. But I don't remember it per se, although I do remember a couple of bad crashes along this bit of rail line between Melbourne and Sydney. But back in 1969, you've got to imagine how difficult it would have been for people to communicate. There wouldn't have been CB radios. It would have been manual telephones and manual telephone exchanges. And for those of you not old enough to understand or remember what a manual telephone exchange is, ask your grandparents maybe. But yeah, that would have all been coordinated through various towns around here: Benalla, Seymour, probably Wangaratta, Glenrowan, and here at Violet Town, of course. So it was a very bad train accident. And a couple of little galleries in town to go and have a look at too. I didn't want to sneak in and steal their thunder, so I haven't shown you any of that, but they are well worth stopping in for. Beautiful place to stop and grab lunch, which I'm about to go and do. I shall check out their silverside and pickle sandwiches, and corned beef pickle sandwiches, and corned beef mustard sandwiches, and we'll see what we come up with from there. All right, folks, I'm going to try and get to a show tonight. I am meeting up with some people this evening. It might prove to be a little difficult. as I still have a fair way to drive. We started late this morning, got started an hour later than hoped, or an hour and a half later than hoped. Thankfully, the first part of the problem didn't take too long to source and fix. So if that remains fixed, we'll all be good. But I'm not exactly sure. I've got about another 4 hours, I think, ahead of me. So I'll let you know a little later on this afternoon. It might be another quick live this evening, but coming through all this bushranger territory, I can't help but thinking, if they've lied to us about everything else, do you think it's possible they've lied to us about Ned Kelly too? That's sort of part of the reason I was going to go into Glenrowan. I was going to try and look at a bit of his history about all that sort of stuff, but clearly everybody else had that same idea today. Glenrowan is full. But Violet Town, if you happen to be on the highway going north or south along the Hume and you're looking for a good sandwich, highly recommend the cafe and the sandwich which I'm about to hook into. Enjoy your afternoon. I'll talk to you a bit later on, hey?